the truth.
LeBron, how close were you to not playing, and how did you feel once that game started?
It crossed my mind a couple of times throughout the day, just how I was feeling. But I feel like I can give more than on the floor than being off the floor. So, got to try to get as much rest as I could this afternoon, and got here and just started to prepare for the game.
6 3-pointers ties a season high for you on a night where maybe the offense was struggling a little bit to get going. What did you see from the defense that allowed you to do that?
They were just daring me to shoot all game. They went in there every last pick and roll I had, daring me to shoot, and I just tried to make the right play each possession.
Obviously a scary moment for AD. What did you see on that play, and have you talked to him?
We had a couple scary moments. First scary moment was KCP. It was a tough blow to the head. Thank goodness he was okay and was able to come back. And then another one with AD, and we hope that he'll be fine, which we believe he'll be fine. So, a tough night for us.
How impressed have you been with KCP? He's up to 8th in three-point field goal percentage, and it doesn't matter on the roll whether he's starting or coming off the bench. He's been able to do that for you guys.
Just remain confident. Had some early struggles, but we as his brothers, we just knew that we was gonna keep going to him no matter what, and he remained confident in himself. He kept working on this game. He didn't let anything deter him from being great, and he's been amazing for us over this stretch.
You got very heated after that play on KCP. What was the exchange like? And I assume you thought that was a dirty play.
Oh yeah, it was. There was no play at the ball. I seen the wind up happen before the actual impact. I seen the way he was chasing KCP down, and then the wind up. I saw that play happening before it actually happened. I just went over and voiced my words to what happened, and the refs came in between us. But I knew it definitely wasn't a basketball play.
You obviously weren't feeling well today. AB came off a sprained ankle. AD's played a lot through some stuff. Is there something special about the character of the locker room to play through some of this stuff?
You just don't want to be the one to kind of let your teammates down. Because we have such great chemistry. You just want to be there for your brothers throughout anything, injuries, illnesses, whatever the case may be. And we just love being around each other. So that definitely helps the factor when you're deciding if you want to give it a go or not.
Last two questions, please. What was AD's mood like when you guys came back in after the game?
He's great. His mood was great. As great as he can be with the fall that he took. I asked him if I could do anything for him. He said, "You got to win for me." So, that's what our team is all about.
If AD does have to miss these next 2 games on the road trip, especially against those teams who are playing hot right now, what's the challenge, and how do you guys have to play without him to get those W's?
He's next man up. It's a long season. It's a marathon, and everyone's health is more important than the sprint. So if it causes for AD to miss any time, then next man up, and we all have to be even better.
How much harder does that next man up mentality become when it's a player of that caliber?
Who said it would be easy? We're in the NBA. Guys get injured. Guys get sick. And obviously we know what AD has meant for this team. And obviously there's no replacing him. You can't say we're going to replace what he does. He does everything. So, but everybody else just got to chip in and be better. And but we'll see. We'll see what happens with his injury, and and then take it from there.
Kentavious, obviously you were able to return to the game, hit a bunch of shots in that fourth quarter after taking that fall, but just want to know how you're feeling after going through those tests.
I'm feeling great. They cleared me before I even come back on the court, but I feel great.
Did you know, like, did you start to, after you got up, did it start to feel better? Or did it take a couple seconds? How'd it take us
It
through
took a couple
that?
seconds. He hit me pretty hard, so it took me a couple seconds. You know what I'm saying, just to get back to it. But man, I feel great. Just to get back out there. To be clear from any concussions. And I'm glad I was able to finish the game.
So you're up to 8th right now in the league in three-point percentage. Just wondered what kind of rhythm that you felt in and what you think has led to that efficiency. Tonight was 3 for 3.
Man, just staying ready. Being ready to shoot when my teammates have the ball. Just being in positions for them to see me to get me the ball. Just the readiness. It's just being ready.
Frank was just talking about being proud of you, the way that you've competed, and the start of the season. You had a couple of weeks there before he got going. And what have you had from a communication standpoint with Frank and the coaching staff, and how has that gone throughout the season?
Just telling me to stay aggressive. I mean, obviously they know what I can do and what I bring to the table. And all the conversations just being to stay aggressive. Keep shooting the ball. Stay confident.
Did you get a chance to see the replay?
No, I didn't. I don't want to see it at all. But I didn't get a chance to see it.
I guess from your vantage point, did you think he was making a play on the ball? Did you think it was a dirty play?
I couldn't tell, but I feel like I thought he was making a play on the ball, but it didn't go that way.
What did it mean to you for LeBron to intervene?
I didn't know what happened. I was just trying to keep my. It was spinning a little bit when I was on the floor. I just heard a lot of commotion around me, so I just tried to either roll out of the way or get out of the way. But it just means a lot, and I got my brothers behind me.
What was the post-game mood, considering that Anthony Davis fell on his back?
I hope he's all right. I know that falling on that tailbone is a lot. I don't have an injury like that, but I hope he's feeling well. He get better soon. We're gonna need him. He's a real big piece to the team.
If you guys have to be without him for 2 games or longer, what has to happen for this team to be able to kind of get through a stretch like that?
We had to pick up the slack. We got to pick up what he brought to the table. Next man up mentality. We got to have that, and just not look at it as he's out, but just be ready.
In general, we get the impression that AD plays through a lot of stuff, and his shoulder has been on the injury report for weeks and weeks and weeks. I mean, what does that do for the group when you guys see him doing that kind of stuff?
They put the team first. I think everybody does that. Everybody wants to play. Everybody wants to have fun out there with each other. Him fighting through the pain, just means a lot.
Did you guys see him in the locker room when you came back off the court?
Yeah, he was here putting on his clothes and stuff, getting ready to leave.
I mentioned you're getting up there now, top 10 in three-point shooting. What about Dwight and JaVale? 4 for 3.
They shoot about 1 a game now. So, just shoot it with confidence and keep knocking them down. I think they shoot a great percentage. So,
JaVale 66.6. Yeah, Dwight's up there.
So yeah, just when you do shoot them, be ready to knock it down.
When they practice their threes, are they off by themselves somewhere?
They have a coach with them, but pretty much on the opposite side of the court. Getting their shots up. It depends on who's coaching them and where the coach is at. So, and they shoot a lot of them. And like I said, just be confident and be ready to shoot.
If LeBron not feeling the greatest, what do you notice about his demeanor throughout the day and just what his mentality is tonight?
He's always, game day, he's always focused. Even practice, but his demeanor is just, he have a mission and he's gonna stay focused on that course.
Frank, just want to see if you had anything on AD after taking that fall.
Yeah, he has the initial diagnosis of bruised tailbone, and he's going to go through additional testing tonight, and we'll have an update for you tomorrow. That's all I got. Additional testing later tonight. He did not go to the hospital yet.
Frank, what's going through your mind when you're out there looking at him laying on the ground like that?
Fingers crossed. Hope for the best. Pray for the best. And, hopefully he gets up and it's not too bad. you just with all your guys, you never see any of your guys suffer anything serious. So, we just hope and pray for the best right now.
Is additional testing, is it going to mean an MRI, and can that
I
be
don't
done
really
today?
know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all the medical team gave me is additional testing.
Can you come back?
Frank, after a moment like that, how do you ask your group to kind of come together again and kind of refocus?
We just got to play. I mean, there's still time on the clock. We got to play the game out. At that point, you don't really. I mean, you just once he leaves the floor, you just get everybody's attention locked back in the game, the play we're going to run, the action that they're going to attack us with, get our defense set, and get ready to compete.
Frank, what did you make of the overall physical nature of the game, with including KCP's fall and everything else?
Yeah, well, obviously we didn't like that foul, but we knew that the Knicks. One thing that we stated about the Knicks is they're a physical team. We knew it was going to be a physical type of game. That's all we talked about for the last 2 days, and we handled it and prevailed.
Frank, how did you think that over here? How did you think that everybody responded once they had to get back on the court and play? Given Anthony's
I thought they locked back in, got focused and finished the job.
How was LeBron feeling before the game, and what went into deciding that he could play, and how's he doing now?
You'll have to check with him. He looked good enough. He made 6 threes at 31 points. Played really well, but I know all day he was feeling really lousy, even when he got here. But he wanted to tough it out, and it's a credit to him for playing through something like that. Sets a great tone for our group, and he was outstanding tonight.
Frank, we've talked about this a couple of times at KCP in the start of the season and all that, and I think he's up to 8th in the NBA now. 3-point percentage came in after not playing for a while and hit 3 shots in the fourth. What have you seen from him and the growth just even within this shorter part of the season?
I couldn't be happier for him or more proud of him for the way he's performed this season. He had a little bit of a rough start offensively that there was an overreaction from the public, but he plays extremely hard on both ends of the floor, and that impacts winning. So to see him finally get going after that initial stretch, and really, like you said, like being one of the league leaders at his 3-point percentage, just giving us exceptional play on both sides of the ball when he was starting, and then in a reserve role right now, where the minutes are about the same. He's been terrific, and I'm just super happy for him, super proud of him.
Frank, I know we talked about this a lot, but what does AD mean to this team?
Well, he's one of our pillars. He's our present, he's our future, and he's one of the best players in the world. So, obviously, he means a lot.
Frank, part of AD's career has just been that people sort of have talked about the injury-prone nature and all this stuff. It's your first year with him, and I just wonder what your impressions have been in terms of the way he's fought, the way he's dealt with nagging things like that.
This is my first experience with him, and he plays through just about everything. So that's the only impression I have of him. He's as tough as it comes, and we've seen that throughout the year.
Coach, JaVale hit a 3 the other day. Dwight hit 1 today. Is that something you're comfortable with? Is that take the shot you're given?
Yeah, it's not something that we want, but these guys are doing the dirty work. So you got to have a little leeway sometimes to have fun with the game, and they both practice them. So that's the one thing. Like, don't take a shot you don't practice, but they do practice them, and you got to reward them a little bit for all their hustle and dirty work at times.